I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarana Ring.
50 Cent just snapped on Lil Boosie after Boosie jumped in to side with Big Meech and basically told 50 to back off. To make it crazier, word on the street is folks accusing Boosie of playing both sides, acting loyal to Meech while sliding information back to the feds. Anybody who really follows Boosie knows he never defends someone once that snitch tag gets thrown on them. So him suddenly standing tall behind Big Meech got everybody questioning his real motives. And of course, 50 is the loudest one calling it out. Right now, 50 ain't showing love to Big Meech or Lil Meech, and anyone protecting them automatically makes his target list. Rumor has it Boosie just took Rick Ross's spot as 50's #1 enemy, which means from here on out, the smoke is only getting heavier. If you know anything about 50, then you already know he never lets beef die easy. This whole mess started after Lil Meech went behind 50's back to connect with his biggest rival, Rick Ross. When 50 found out, he was heated and clapped back with a post saying, "I think I'm Big Meech." That single line was pure double shade, aimed at both Rick and Meech, since it came straight out of Rick Ross's own track, BMF. But 50 didn't stop with just that. He doubled down in the caption, calling his biggest mistake not keeping things solid with Tammy Cohen. He pointed people straight toward her tell-all documentary, saying it reveals the real truth. Now, some of you all might be asking, who exactly is Tammy Cohen and what's in this documentary that's making 50 so sure Big Meech, the man he once glorified and even built a whole TV series around, is nothing more than a snitch? See, Tammy wasn't just some random. She was tied to Meech for years, both as a friend and as a business partner. People even whispered the two might have been messing around behind the scenes. In a 2014 interview, Tammy even called him her best friend. And you'll already know, women don't hand out the best friend title to a man unless the bond runs deep. But here's where the story twists. Right in the middle of the 50 versus Meech drama, 50 started hinting that Tammy was linked up with the FBI, feeding them inside info on Meech and secretly building a documentary around him. The craziest part? Right before Meech got locked up, he actually sold the rights to his life story to Tammy. That deal gave her full control over everything tied to BMF, even the show 50 ended up producing. For years, Meech and Tammy stayed tight, with him trusting her enough to drop gems about his business moves even while he was behind bars. But the whispers say Tammy was allegedly passing all that inside knowledge straight to the feds, helping Meech cut down his sentence while keeping her hands clean. Word is Tammy really fell for Meech, so she cut a deal with the feds hoping to shave years off his sentence. But once that bond crumbled, she flipped the script and now she's out for revenge. And that documentary? That's just the opening shot. Tammy got dirt stacked from every stage of his life, before prison, during his bid, and even after. If she lets it all fly, the damage could be permanent. And the wildest twist? 50's the one backing it. Yikes! Just when it seemed like things couldn't get uglier, 50 dragged Lil Meech straight into the fire. He even threatened to cancel the BMF show where Lil Meech plays his own father. 50 posted a screenshot from Lil Meech going off on Rick, blaming him for sparking all this chaos. Lil Meech wrote, "Now you mad at me when I'd give you the shirt off my back? I can't believe this. Bro, you act like I'm your enemy when I've only shown you love and loyalty. I'm human. I got my struggles, but I never switched up. F. Ross. Yeah, he gave my dad some cash to cover bills till the next season starts. This internet stuff got me twisted. You know me in real life." And 50? Man hit back cold. He clapped back, "What next season? Little dude," making it clear there ain't no next season coming. He pulled the plug right then and there. But that wasn't all. He doubled down with another post, saying, "Lil Meech going to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'll call Mona Scott for him later today." Pure 50-level petty. Then he pushed it further, accusing Lil Meech of being strung out while filming BMF. 50 claimed he had to shut the set down and personally drag him into rehab after catching him wilding out. 50 even said, "I thought about it. I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meech's relationship. I'm telling him to stop, and is bragging about X like it's cool. I tell him chill, stop blowing money, and he starts flexing how much he wasted. People don't know. I had to send him to rehab. Russell Hornsby was high as hell on set, throwing up at weapons tests. Then I hear Lil Meech got whippets in his truck. I'm like, what the hell is whippets? Straight madness. There was even supposed to be a reunion concert for Big Meech, with Rick Ross set to perform, but that collapsed, too. And you already know 50 clowned both Meech and his son over it. He laughed it off online, saying, I had nothing to do with it.
I wasn't going to address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarana Arena.
Please stop calling my phone. I truly hope you have a nice day. Happy Valentine's. I'm stronger than you think. Then came the final blow, those snitch allegations 50 tossed out. Big Meech finally jumped in with a video response, but instead of killing the noise, his reaction just made people look at him sideways even harder. 'Cause let's be real, he didn't clap back the way someone really innocent would when being labeled a rat. Some people watching Meech's response said straight up, he didn't even sound like he believed his own words. Others pointed out his body language and claimed he already folded under pressure. Meech tried to fight back in typical petty fashion, posting a throwback pic of him and 50 with a cartoon rat and a slice of cheese slapped over 50's face. But the internet wasn't letting that slide, and of course, Boosie jumped into the mix. He didn't just go after 50. He aimed at Lil Meech too, clowning him for not riding harder for his pops. Boosie basically said Lil Meech let 50 drag both of them just because 50 gave him a role on the BMF show. He was like, if it was me, I don't know. I ain't like his response. To me, I'd have been on some. That's my daddy. Right or wrong, I don't care. Let's go to war. But instead, Boosie felt like Lil Meech showed too much love toward 50 in his response, which only made the situation look worse. He called it out plain, saying Meech was moving funny when it came to standing up for Big Meech. And 50? He wasn't about to let Boosie have the last word. He clapped back saying, I did more for Meech than anyone in his life. That's why he responded like that. Every time he gets locked up, I'm the first person he calls to bail him out. Then 50 twisted the knife, saying when he saw Lil Meech laughing at his dad's rap post, that's when he realized Meech was a snake just like him. Straight savage. Now the internet split down the middle. Some people are saying 50 got every right to be heated, especially after all is done for Lil Meech and his family. Others are calling him out for being way too petty. One fan even said, Lil Meech should respect 50, and he does. 50 literally changed his life. Nothing against Big Meech, but as a street dude, he should have respected the rules of the game and not linked up with 50's enemies, considering everything 50's done for his son. On the flip side, folks drag Boosie too, saying he always runs his mouth online and they are sick of his rants. Some even told 50 it's time to shut Boosie down once and for all. But now I gotta hear from y'all. Do you think 50 was right to snap on Boosie, cancel the show, and drag Lil Meech into the beef? Or is he just doing the most? Drop your thoughts down below and don't forget to click right here for another wild story.